Thanks, Tom. In your environmental news, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has extended the deadline for public comment on a proposal to list the Dunes Sagebrush Lizard as endangered under the Endangered Species Act. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service states primary threats to the lizard include loss of habitat associated with oil and gas development, sand mining, and changing climate. The public comment period for the proposed listing of the Dunes Sagebrush Lizard as endangered now closes October 2nd. The lizard's habitat is the West Texas sand dunes in southeastern New Mexico. The classification could stop oil and gas drilling, operations, and sand mining in some of those areas.
If you take a lot of those areas to mine that sand off the table in the region, it's gonna increase the cost of production in the Permian, make it less environmentally friendly.
President of the Energy Workforce and Technology Council, Tim Tarpley, says they have significant concerns.
88,000 jobs in the Permian directly related to oil and gas, and there's about 500,000 indirects related to oil and gas activities. So when you curtail these activities, it threatens those jobs, and it also threatens, the energy security of our entire country.
Tarpley says they do worry the proposed ruling could be political.
Targets oil and gas operations specifically, but doesn't mention other activities in the region which could also, change the habitat of the lizard, things like solar development and wind development.
The Greater Good, an organization seeking to make a difference for people, pets, and the planet, listed a petition to protect the lizard. It has close to 7,000 signatures.
I think it's important to protect our native flora and fauna in the United States.
Program manager Matthew Russell wrote the petition. He plans to take it to the Fish and Wildlife Service director.
There's a lot of science behind just negative consequences of putting these plants and animals at risk.
Despite being on opposite sides of the argument, both say the extension is important for people to get their opinions heard before the final decision is made.